who decides what the fake news is and who decides what the hate speech is? Is that Germany? Is that someone on Facebook's team? Is that a third party?
We are live on the Alex Jones Show with Andrew Torber, the founder of Gab.ai. People talk about Europe, people talk about free speech censorship. Of course, it's incredibly more intense over there. We have this argument, Andrew, over and over again. Twitter and Facebook are just private companies. They can do what they like. They can censor who they like. It's not really the case anymore, is it? When they're literally working with governments in Germany, for example,
right,
working with Stasi members, ex-members of the Stasi in one case, to hunt down people who post, quote, hate speech. Of course, when you drill into it, in some cases, it's criticism of immigration policies. They're literally working hand in hand with governments to hunt down people. So at that point, it's no longer about, oh, it's just a private company, correct?
Absolutely. And I think when you look at the scale, the size of these networks, the monopolies that they have on communication, on information, on news, how can you say, yes, they are a private company, but at some point it's like, how are they not considered a utility at the size that they're at right now? You look at what's happening in Germany and in France, where they're cracking down on quote unquote fake news and quote unquote hate speech, which are two very subjective terms. You know, making social networks pay up to 50 million euros for not taking down fake news
in 24 hours, which is totally impossible.
Right. And who decides what the fake news is and who decides what the hate speech is? Is that Germany? Is that someone on Facebook's team? Is that a third party?
It's Angela Merkel and Mark Zuckerberg, basically, at this point.
Right, exactly. And you see Facebook, you know, bending the knee to censorship in a lot of different ways. Look at the way that they're creating a censorship tool to break into China. You know, they're actively trying to break into China by saying, okay, yeah, we'll censor, we'll create a censorship tool for the Chinese government to use. That's fine.
Yeah, the Chinese government actually came out years ago and said, we need this tool. And they use it over and over again, not just with social media, but they shut down the entire internet in parts of the country where there's social unrest. And Facebook and these other companies basically had to agree to get on board and to carry that out on behalf of the Chinese government. Otherwise, they would get no access into the country, and they just went right along with it, correct?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's all about market share for them. It's anything to break into that market, they'll do. It doesn't matter about the free speech. It doesn't matter about, you know, free flow of communication and information. It's about making more money and increasing their market share.
In ancient times, man roamed the earth in a constant state of hunting or being hunted. Introducing Caveman, where cutting-edge science meets ancient super nutrients. Secure your bottle right now at InfoWarsStore.com.